Meteorologist Chris Sowers here. Giving me some problems earlier, but it looks like we're good. All right, what a beautiful day. Holy smokes. I hope you guys had a chance to get out and enjoy this. All right, see, hold on. So I got my guy down here in Alabama helping me out. Is your OBS still streaming on your laptops? I believe so. All right. He says close OBS. Okay. Again, just trying to get things going here. This is all new to me. You know, once I get out of boxes, okay, once I get, I'm living out of suitcases right now. This is so uncomfortable. I mean, look, my brother's house is beautiful. Dan and Wendy's house, beautiful. I mean, but we're living in suitcases. So as soon as I get, settlement on my house and I get unpacked and all my furniture moved in and my office set up, things are going to be a lot easier for me. But right now, it's just kind of a struggle, day to day here. Later this month, hopefully we can get things going. But anyway, what I was saying, what a gorgeous day. I mean, wow. I'm actually chilly right now. I've got a, blanket on my, because I'm wearing shorts. The wind is blowing, okay? So I don't want you to think, oh, come on, Chris, man up. No. The wind's blowing right now. Temperatures are down into the, I believe we are down into the upper 60s at this point now. And what a night coming up tonight. So tomorrow morning, we talked about this earlier, tomorrow morning, get up early, all right? And go out for a walk, take the dog for a walk, whatever you want to do. Just get up and get out there early because there's going to be some areas down into the 40s, believe it or not, 40s for overnight lows. All right, so that's going to be, this is going to be just absolutely amazing. Now, at the same time, that is the last. That's the last of the really comfortable stuff. And then we're going to have some heat to deal with again. And unfortunately, this one looks like a doozy. So remember, it was always a 1-2 punch. Got out of the first one. Now we're in the comfort zone. Second one's going to start. Wednesday, we're probably still in the 80s. But look, Wednesday's still really warm. Wednesday is a warm day. Thursday will likely start the heat wave. Right now, the highs being projected on Thursday are just ridiculous. It's more like maybe 96, 97, somewhere in that ballpark. It's going to be really, really hot. And this time around, it's also going to be accompanied by humidity. So, the thermometer might read 97 degrees, but the feels like temperature in parts of the area is probably going to end up closer to 103, 104. It's just going to be really, really uncomfortable. And I'm getting the graphics. There we go. Just hit that weather bell. We should be okay. Right there. There it is. There we go. Okay. So, again, bear with me. I'm trying to, we're just going, this is the first time we're doing it this way. So we're just kind of going through the motions here, and I'm just trying to make sure everything's the way that I want it. But what I wanted to do here was start you out with the current temperatures, or excuse me, the current dew points. Look where the dew points are right now. They're in the 40s. They're in the 40s across South Jersey. Now, a lot of times, this isn't going to be the case tonight because we have a breeze blowing, but a lot of times, the dew point is an indication as to where the temperature could go. All right, so look, you see that 42 in Burlington County, nobody's dropping down that low, but that is sometimes an indication on where the actual temperature can go, given a quiet environment. There's no wind, there's no fronts coming through, anything like that. So the air is really, really dry. It feels great out here. And in response to all of this, temperatures are really going to, watch this. Look at the numbers right now. That's really, really nice. We do have 60s out there right now. Look at that. It's 67 in Hamilton. I knew I wasn't losing my mind here. It's about 68 degrees outside in Washington Township. 69 up there towards Mount Holly. 67. You know what that looks like to me? That looks like right on 206. You guys ever hear of a town called Chemung? Yeah, I think that's where that 67 is right now in Burlington County. Chemung. Nice winery out there, too. To the north and west, that's actually where the warmer numbers are right now. It's 75 in Allentown. 65 right now in Atlantic City at the airport. So the cooler numbers right now are south and east. And part of the reason for that is an onshore flow. Ocean temperature is still ridiculously cold. So it's really, really nice, okay? And it's really, really comfortable out here. That is all going to change. Take a look at this. All right, here's a look at the overnight lows. So again, pick out your location here. Some areas down at actual air temperatures down into the upper 40s. All right, Burlington County, there's a 49 there. Hamilton, 48. Most of the Pine Barrens, 46, 47, 48, somewhere in that range. And again, a lot of it has to do with the sandy makeup of the soil. All right, it allows energy from the sun to escape very, very rapidly. It's a cooling process, so the temperatures tank. You ever notice in the winter, and I used to notice this, forecasting in this area for so long, but, when we would do our overnight lows, we would have areas north and west, like the Lehigh Valley. That would be, we'd give a Philly number. Let's say Philly, the overnight low is 50, yet it'll be 45 or 44 or even 42 or something like that in the Lehigh Valley, right? Because you're farther north and west, and you actually have, you're a little bit higher in elevation. But a lot of times, too, the Pine Barrens will see numbers pretty close to that, okay? And again, it's because of the makeup of the soil there, what's going on. It's all sandy, and, sandy soils don't hold energy, don't hold heat for very long. So here's a look. The National Weather Service just put this out, and this is really what we're up against here. Again, Monday was nice. Tuesday, not too bad. Even Wednesday, it's warm, but at least we're not in the 90s yet. Although it's a close call in Philly. They're going to go 89 right now officially. Look at Thursday. Man, Thursday is going to hit you like a ton of bricks because we're also going to have dew points in the 70s here. All right, Thursday's a really uncomfortable day. I'm going to show you some of the heat index numbers. I want you to sit down, all right, relax. Maybe go get a beverage real quick here and just, take a load off because what you're about to see is going to be pretty ugly. But there's that 97 on Thursday, Friday 94, Saturday 92, Sunday 93. This one is likely, and they have 89 degrees on Monday. Monday's likely going to be in the 90s too. This is a minimum probably 5 days, a heat wave. All right, and this is going to end up being the third one already of the year. It's not even officially summer yet. I believe summer officially arrives on the 20th, and I did get bit. I can feel that. Woo! Mosquitoes. So, yeah, I believe it's going to be a 5-day heat wave. But look at this view behind me here. Let me see. Can I? So you're looking at that. There we go. See that there? That's a lake actually behind me. Let me move my own this way. I'll get the camera right. That's a lake. I've been watching the geese, and this tree right here. There we go. Right there. That tree. Allergies. That tree right there, it has these little berries on it. And so all day, I've been sitting out here on the balcony just enjoying the day with Paigey. And I've watched birds, robins, blue jays, cardinals, those little chickadees or finches, whatever they're called, the yellow ones, just fly on and off this tree all day long. Also, squirrels have been jumping from branch to branch. The geese have been walking on the ground all day. I mean, it's been a nature show. I don't have a wild kingdom up here yet, but this was really, really nice. That's for sure. Again, there's a look at the heat heading this way. So watch this. All right, so that right there, that's the heat index on Thursday. That's ugly. So it's got 104, a peak heat index of 104 in Philadelphia. Look towards the right, all right, up there in Monmouth and Ocean counties. It's got 105 in Toms River, 106. That looks like Lakewood. 104. I guess that would be Berkeley Township, maybe. If you're on LBI and you come inland a little bit, as soon as you go west of the Garden State Parkway, boom, you're into it. I mean, you're really into the heat. Now, if you go east of the Garden State Parkway, you're going to get a sea breeze. That ocean breeze kicks in. So look at this real quick. We go from, this is 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. We go from 84 in Barnegat Bay to 104 west of the Garden State Parkway. I mean, we're not talking a long distance here. That's a 20-degree, that's a 20-degree temperature difference, or feels like temperature difference. That's pretty impressive. Even the Lehigh Valley, 100 degrees in Allentown, 101, Philly Northeast, 103 in Delaware County, and about 100 degrees or so up there in Trenton. I tell you what, Thursday is going to be tough. There's Friday. Friday's a little bit better, but it's no walk in the park. Look at all those hundreds. You see that pale pinkish color there? That's temperatures in the triple digits. And there's still a large chunk of the viewing area that will see triple digits again on Friday. This model has 103. So we're going to go back-to-back days here according to the latest guidance. 104 on Thursday, 103 on Friday. Some rough stuff. 101 in Philly Northeast, 101 in Allentown, 100 in Trenton, 102 in Wilmington, 101 in Millville and Dover, 100 degrees or so in Georgetown. It's pretty uncomfortable. So, there's likely going to be at the very least, well, you start cracking triple digits like that, there's probably going to end up being excessive heat warnings issued, I would think. At the very least, you're going to have heat advisories issued. And that's going to be a sort of a set of instructions, if you will, on what to do when you're outside, in all this heat and humidity. They usually tell you, I can tell you right now, I've got these memorized, right? If you're going to be outside, limit the amount of time that you spend outdoors. Seek out the shade as much as possible or the air conditioning. Stay hydrated. Take your breaks. Wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothing. I have all of these memorized. There's another one, too. But they're all great tips. Because check on the elderly. Because, honestly, I hate to sound like this, but they might save your life. Heat stroke comes on very, very quickly. It really, really does. And I always say this. I used to say this on the air all the time. Most importantly, stay hydrated, right? But then right after that, listen to your body. Because your body's going to tell you when it's had enough. All right? You'll feel faint. You'll get sluggish. And your body's just not going to want to, it's not going to want to deal with it anymore. And so if you start to feel that way, you need to come inside. All right. And already, you should be limiting the time that you spend outside Thursday and Friday anyway. And if you work outdoors, you got to take your breaks. This is the temperature anomaly getting into Tuesday. Look at this. Tuesday morning. Look at the green there. That green over South Jersey and Philadelphia is 11 to 15 degrees below what's considered normal at that point. Tuesday morning is really, really nice. Tuesday afternoon, we start to see temperatures go a little bit above the seasonal average, but it's not much. Tuesday's a really nice day. Wednesday, all right, you can start to see, actually Wednesday is not too bad on the latest run, but Thursday's it right there. All right, Friday, and Saturday. This is, but what I want you to look at, okay, while everybody's focused on the heat here, look towards the top, the middle. All right, look at that big blob of purple. So eventually what's going to end up happening is a nice shot of cooler air is going to attack from the northwest. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time to get here, but look, that's a really nice air mass. It's going to struggle at first to drop south and east, but it will eventually get here. All right, Saturday's another ridiculously hot day. See that purple? See, it's dropping ever so slightly, but it is making some headway, right? It's getting into the United States by Saturday. Sunday, look where it's at now. All right, we're still baking here in Philadelphia, all right? We're like frying an egg on the sidewalk here on Sunday. Just kidding. It's an exaggeration, but it's going to be hot. But look at this. Look at it. It's getting here. Monday is still a warm day, and then right here, bang. Tuesday, it's going to start to feel a little bit better. Look at this. See the blues? Look how much of the country. Look at that. Tuesday into Wednesday. That's a huge part. It's almost coast to coast. That's the 18th. All right, that's a nice break. That is a nice break. That is coast to coast on the 18th. See that? Paige! Paigey! Come here. Let me bring out my Paigey so you guys can see my Paigey. Come here. Let me get my Paigey out. Did you already have your bath? Yeah. Oh, I see your hair. Come here, sit on Daddy's lap. Oh.
No, let me touch the ground.
Okay, you're not going to touch the ground, but look. You see what's going on? Now tell everybody how you're doing.
Do you remember my tricks from last time?
Oh, they remember your tricks. You were good, Paige.
I know.
Yeah, you did such a good job. What did you do?
Did you like my pajamas this time?
Oh, what do you? And who is that? Who's that? Who's on your pajamas?
Ew, bug. Bug
I know, but I got you. I got you. I'll keep you all warm and safe. Who's on your pajamas? Who is that? Is that Ariel? Who is that?
That's Tiana.
That's who? Tiana?
Ariel and
Tiana, Ariel,
Tiana, Ariel, and Rapunzel.
and Rapunzel. And who's Rapunzel? Is she the one with the really long hair?
Do you like my hair?
What are you doing? Is that the movie that goes, listen to your mumsy?
Yes.
That's Rapunzel? That's Daddy. Yeah, you're pointing at Daddy. Hold on, don't. I just got my controls working, so don't hit anything. You getting ready to go night nights?
Do you like when I eat my
Boy,
fingers?
you're not camera shy at all, are you? Maybe you're gonna be a weather girl.
Do you like when I eat my fingers?
Putting on a show, huh? You know what, babe? You know what I realized? I'm starting to lose my tan. We've been up here.
That's a great thing.
What?
I
I mean, I can still see it a little bit, but how long have we been home from Florida now?
A week and a half.
A week and a half.
How are you using your tan?
Well, because the sun isn't as strong up here. Although I guess I still have some pretty good color, but that's not going to last too much longer.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is. There it is, right, Paigey? What do you see here? A lot of colors, right? Yes, I love you oh so much. When I'm done this, I'm going to come down there and I'm going
We gotta
to
brush
tuck
our
you in.
teethy-weethy.
Oh, you got to brush your teethy weefies. Look, there's more green. Green is good, Paige. Blue is good. Okay?
Why are we
Here, I'll
blue
carry you so your
good?
feet
Green
don't
and
flicker.
blue are good. Okay, ready?
Why
One,
are they
two.
good?
Because that means cooler air. Okay, I'll be down there.
Red and orange.
Yeah, red and orange is hot. We don't like that. We want snow and cold. That's my little Paigey. Okay, so, look at it. This is coast to coast. All right, that's on the 19th and the 20th. All right, and then watch. It just keeps... Look at that. That's Saturday the 20th. I mean, now look, you're 12 days out, so whether or not it actually pans out that way remains to be seen. You are out of the model's accuracy range. The accuracy drops off quite a bit once we get past 7 days. But with that being said, the models still usually do a good idea or a good handle on trends. So the cooler trend, I don't doubt that for a second. But whether or not we're that much cooler than what the model is showing, who knows if that pans out that way. But boy, that'll be nice if it does pan out. Look at that. And it just keeps going. 20th, 21st. There's the 22nd. There's the 23rd. Oh, right there. Okay? So, I mean, the potential is there. The potential is there that once we get out of this heat wave, we could see a really nice long stretch of comfortable weather. And I would love that. It would be nice to have a 4th of July for the change, right? Because what we love to... We love 4th of July, my wife and I. My wife usually runs the Pittman 4-miler. And, we'll watch the parade and everything. I love the bagpipes. And it's just always so sweltering hot. And the humidity's always awful. And so, the morning's usually okay. But then you break 11 o'clock or so, and then it just feels terrible. It would be nice to have a comfortable 4th of July for a change. Everybody out at the pool, grilling and, chicken wings and burgers and maybe, let's say, 88, right? 87. And moderate amounts of humidity, nothing terrible. That would be nice. Think we can get that? That'd be nice. I say yes. Because I'm looking at this pattern and I'm very impressed. All right, here's a look at rainfall chances. Now, with the humidity, all right, and I can attest for this right away because I lived in Florida. All right, so I saw this firsthand. When you have all of this humidity that's going to be pouring in here, all right, like gangbusters, humidity creates instability. All right, that's my little saying. Humidity creates instability. Instability leads to, boom, thunderstorms. All right, so when you get all this humidity, you're going to get all this instability, and boom, you're going to get pop-up showers and thunderstorms on a daily basis. So nothing tomorrow. Here is Wednesday. See this? All right, not bad. Now, what the model's doing here is bring a little cluster of showers and thunderstorms. All right, through the day on Wednesday. All right, here is Thursday. Right there. A couple more showers and thunderstorms. Okay. Here is Friday. Morning looks good. Right there. Ready? There's the afternoon. Another round of showers and thunderstorms possible. And then here's Saturday. Right there. Saturday's dry. Maybe it was Sunday. There was another day. Right? All right. Maybe it's just those. No, there it is. Right there. That's the beginning of next week. All right. We do have some rain chances here. Look at the precip totals showing up here. See that? Actually, that doesn't look nearly. Oh, it's because it's the 18Z. Hold on. I messed that up. There we go. Bam. There you go. All right, that's a lot better. Okay, so we do have some rainfall chances, and we'll take anything we can get at this point. All right, but that's really it. I didn't have a lot here. Again, I apologize because you notice I'm not wearing a shirt and tie. Everything's in boxes right now. What's today's date? The 8th. The next 2.5, 3 weeks, I'm going to struggle to get everything updated on time the way that I want. I'm going to struggle because I'm not going to look as professional as I'd like to be because everything's in boxes right now. So I'm trying. I'm getting there. What my plan of attack here is moving forward, and I started this today. In the morning, I'm going to wake up, all right, and I'm going to do video updates like this. I'm going to try and have it done by 8 o'clock in the morning or so, okay? And then in the evening, same thing. In between, I'll just make posts, when it warrants. Like, for example, today, there was no need for a post. It was a gorgeous day, right? But if, we're tracking something or, maybe there's some weather coming, severe weather or something like that, then yeah, I'll be all over it. But that's my plan of attack. Morning update, evening update, and in between, I'll just make a few posts. And that was it. SowersSkywatch.com. If you click on that, and you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see our video block. And that's where we have our live 24/7 streaming channel. It goes out on Roku. It goes out on YouTube. I've got it live right now on Facebook. So, we got a lot of wonderful things on there. If you saw my severe weather coverage on Saturday, we just kind of scratched the surface on some of the things that we can do. We're adding things every day until we get everything completely, situated. And I really can't do that until I move into my office. And that's probably not for another 2.5, 3 weeks. But otherwise, I'm having fun. Again, right now I'm at the Hotel Dan Flamma Hilton. And I'll be back over at the Hotel Gary Sowers Hilton probably next week. All right. You know what I just realized? So this is how new this is to me, and I hope my buddy Drew is watching right now. I don't know how to stop streaming. So we're doing this update here. I don't know how to stop. So I'm going to text Drew right now. I'm done, but how do I stop? How do I stop streaming? Question mark. Hopefully he's watching. I think he is. So, all right, he's getting back to me right now. I guess we'll just keep talking until he tells me how to stop streaming because I don't know how to do it. I see all these buttons. And I don't want to touch anything because last time I did that, I don't even know what the heck I hit. And Drew had to get back on here. And he was like, man, what did you do, Sowers? And I'm like, I don't know. He says, okay, ready? He says, just hit stop streaming on your laptop. I'll do the server side. Okay. I do see the stop streaming button. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. And I will have a area of convection that has suddenly flared up in the Central Caribbean. I'm going to show you that in a second. But right now, the National Hurricane Center really isn't too concerned about that.